the crop rotation formula that doubles your harvest naturally. It doesn't matter if you have 10 acres or 100 acres, this formula will work for you. Let me explain how it works. But before we get into that, let's start with the basics. This is an example of a normal crop rotation system. You plant corn this year, and then next year you plant soybeans. The problem is when you use this method year after year, your soil will eventually run out of nutrients and your yields will start to decline. That's where our crop rotation formula comes in. It's called the 4-field crop rotation system, and it goes like this. Every year you will plant a cover crop. Cover crops are like the green manure or compost that you put back into your soil to add nutrients. In this case, we're going to use a mix of cereal, rye, and vetch. The second crop that we're going to plant is a root crop like carrots or beets. These crops help break up the hardpan in your soil so water and nutrients can penetrate deeper. The third crop that we're going to plant is a leafy green vegetable like spinach or lettuce. These crops are super nutrient dense and they will pull nutrients from deep within the soil profile. The fourth crop is your cash crop. It could be corn, it could be soybeans, doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that after you harvest your cash crop, you immediately plant another cover crop and then you start the cycle all over again. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that sounds great, but how does this increase my profits? Well, let's take a look at this chart. On the left, you can see a traditional farmer planting the same crop year after year. The corn yields are decent, but they're not very good. Now let's take a look at the 4-field crop rotation system. Even though the cash crops are the same, the yields are much higher because the soil is full of nutrients. The plants have a much easier time accessing water, and the crops are more frost-resistant, which means you can plant earlier in the spring and later in the fall, which gives you even more time to grow more crops. Plus, when you use this method, you're only going to need to rely on natural rainfall. You won't need to buy expensive fertilizers or worry about your crops drying out. This is just one of the many methods that you can use to improve your soil health. If you want to learn more about this topic, check out the links in the description below. Also, don't forget to follow for more videos just like this one.